Hi guys, happy Wednesday. So this week, I just kind of wanted to go over some little tidbits that I've had this week as far as like personal development and business building and how to apply it personally, or how I have applied it personally this month. So one of the main things about Beachbody is that it seriously encourages you to continue to pursue your personal development. Now, when I first started Beachbody, my kind of response to that was kind of like, I'm not reading that stuff. I'm not going to read those like self-help books and blah, blah, kind of thing. So I just didn't really do it. I did like the bare minimum. I listened to different kind of podcasts. So I was one of those people who didn't even know you had a podcast app on your phone. What? Mind blown. Yeah, literally for like a year, maybe I didn't know that there was a podcast app on your phone. So now I'm like really big into podcasts because I love them. You can listen to so many different kinds of topics on podcasts. It's not necessarily like this emotional kind of self-help type things that come on there. There's so many different kind of things you can listen to on podcasts. So I love them. But the other part is like I'm an actual book reader. Like I love to read books. Obviously personal development was not my go-to books, but I just like to read books, and there's a lot of different types of books that definitely are more my style, that are still considered personal development. There's multiple ways in which I have felt that personal development has allowed me to grow, not only in the health and fitness area that I'm working on and needed to definitely grow, but also in a lot of other areas too, as far as my full-time job, as far as friends and relationships, and my fun time that I have, but also with this health and fitness that in how to keep me motivated and stay on track, and kind of work on the relationship that I used to have with food and how that just wasn't really healthy. So this month I've been reading Get Over Your Damn Self. Now that's kind of like my jam books. That and like Girl Boss. I really like those style of books. Kind of like just lay it out, you full honest, like super blunt kind of style of books. Like I like that because that's just how I am personally. But there's been a few things this month that have kind of gotten me to be super grateful that I was even kind of pushed to go the route of looking at personal development. One of the first reasons was because in Beachbody, you reach out to people, you invite them to your challenge group, you kind of, put yourself on the limb a little bit. And for me, that was definitely out of my comfort zone because I have always been used to just having the friends that I have and not reaching out. And I just keep it the way that I like to and not really meet others too much. Now I'm one of those extroverted introvert, like, have that adrenaline junkie side of me, and I want to go out and I want to do these things, but then I'm like, I'd rather just sit home on the couch and watch TV and not go anywhere and not talk to people. So I definitely have both ends of that, and personal development has really helped me understand both ends of that. So at the beginning of the month, like I said, when I was reaching out to someone, I was super pumped, super excited, and then all of a sudden they blocked me, and I was kind of like, oh, okay, just kidding, kind of thing. But where before, when I first started in the business building of Beachbody, that definitely would have derailed my week. It would have derailed my month. It would have derailed my attitude for the day. I would have been super grumpy. I would have been super mad. I would have been like, it has to be about me, like they don't like me, those type of things, where now it's kind of, I don't take it personally. Like maybe it's just not the right time for them. Maybe their spouse said no and she didn't want to tell me no. Maybe, who knows? Maybe there could have been a whole bunch of other things. So rather than putting that back on me and reflecting that and saying there was something wrong with me, I just put it on, well, maybe it just wasn't a good time. Maybe there was something going on with her life. Maybe there was something she had going on that just was not working well. Now, taking that perspective into personal relationships, personal friendships, those type of things, and kind of going outside of my comfort zone, that has helped hugely. Because because I'm an extroverted introvert, it definitely shows that I have confidence and whatnot. But there were definitely times where you have that self-doubt. You don't know if you're going to do well. You don't know if you're going to work. It's not going to, you're not going to make progress. You're not going to be able to do this. And that definitely flowed into into the relationship I had with health and fitness. So I would definitely get down on myself. I had a cheat meal. I didn't do very well. And now I'm just like on this horrible binge cycle because I'm just like, well, fuck it, I didn't do good in that. Now I'm just going to keep doing it because the weekend didn't go well. And so now I screwed up this Monday and Tuesday. So I might as well screw up the rest of the week because what's the point? I already messed up. And it was just this horrible cycle that I would go through when I was putting more stuff on me rather than being like, okay, well, maybe they were having a bad day. Maybe they said that for this reason. Maybe this happened for that reason. Rather than just taking the whole perspective look, it was definitely all me. Like, I did something, I didn't do something, they didn't like me because of this, maybe I should have done this or whatever that could have been. Now I definitely have more perspective of taking in the whole situation, or maybe it's just something's going on with that person, or they're dealing with something themselves that they are not liking that I'm putting out or something, because it is so much more of a burden when you take on that whole entire load. And personal development has helped me realize a lot of that and be able to think, maybe it's just something they have going on with themselves, and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because it makes me happy and I've been able to make others happy. I'm being effective. I'm, making all this progress or doing this and this and this, and it's fulfilling myself. So as long as that's happening and I am doing what I need to do to the people that are close to me and keeping those relationships, then that's what's important to me. Hi, Chloe. Chloe's playing. Look at this. Anyways, one of the other things that Beachbody has and personal development has really helped me overcome, not overcome, but has helped me in a different way, is that I feel more inclined to share some of those things. So yeah, some people I'm kind of like, oh, maybe this will be helpful for you in whatever you're dealing with right now. Maybe this will be helpful for you, like, because I listened to this podcast and it made me think of you. Oh, I listened to this podcast, it made me think of you. Because one of the things is I'm not one of those like bigger emotional people, but I have the things that work for me, and that's what I can give to others. And really, podcasts help me become in a better mood. It gets me pumped up to get my workout done. It makes me excited to try new things. And working out just makes me feel good. I've had progress with it. I feel healthier. Have more energy because of it. And so I feel like that is what I can help others do and give back to them and make them feel better about themselves, or make a situation better or a day better because they heard a podcast and it really resonated with them. And so I'm able to give that back, is what I feel like. So I definitely have felt like this month I'm trying to pay it forward to others. And if I hear a podcast that relates to them, I send it to them to share that, because it has made such a difference in my thought process. It's made such a difference in the way I take in situations, in so many different avenues, whether that's just my business alone, or whether it's my full-time job, or whether it's just as far as motivating to work out and getting that going. But it's helped in so many areas that I feel like it's an easy way to pay it forward. Now, there's books, there's podcasts, but you can also get your books on Audible. So there's definitely different avenues in which you can get your personal development done. There's also, you think of that type of personal development, but then we also kind of think as far as, how am I going to continue to grow? How am I going to develop myself to become a better person, or have a better mindset about something, is all in general personal development and personal growth, making sure that you're always continuing to put your best foot forward and become a better you overall. And a lot of times that seems a little weird and odd, but I promise there will be some sort of style that's going to best fit you. and it's going to make it so much fun, and it's really going to be like an eye opener and can really help you in so many different areas, not only just with your personal relationships, but with the way that you approach your full-time job, the way that you approach maybe health and fitness, the way that you approach your nutrition, the way that you approach sleep patterns. Like there's just so many different topics that you could possibly listen to and continue to grow and think about, that it's kind of crazy. And that has kind of how I've been able to take in and really help me out this month and help me help others in a new kind of way that I didn't even realize too much has made such an impact on me, until situations like that, well, that happened, like someone blocked me, and my first thought wasn't like, did I say something wrong? It was like, oh, well, I wonder, maybe, maybe her husband said no, maybe she didn't want to, maybe she got nervous, maybe she was too scared. And then it was kind of like a realization kind of factor that I wasn't putting it down on myself, that maybe there could have been something that going on with her that caused that to happen. And that's okay, because I'm still a happy person, and I'm still helping others and motivating others. And that's okay. I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and that's all right. Because for the people that do vibe with me, I love real hard back. So I just kind of wanted to come on and share how I've been able to really apply some of my personal development in different situations this month. And hoping that too, if there's something that has really resonated with you, share it with others. Or if you find something that might apply to someone else better than it does to you, share it with them, because it really might change their perspective for the day and give them a better attitude. So I hope you all are having a great Wednesday and have a great rest of your week. Bye, guys.